Hi everybody, my name is Sylvie and I'm the president of Sunshine PR. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming to sit in on our presentation. We're sure that Sunwing social campaign is exactly what you're looking for to take Sunwing to the next level. So to kick us off tonight, we're gonna go through a few topics. These are a few of them. First, we're gonna get to know Sunshine PR a little bit better and the amazing ladies behind the name. And then we're gonna get into a brief overview on the current situation that Sunwing is facing in relation to COVID-19. And then we're gonna give you our plan to remedy these challenges. And hopefully we're gonna guarantee you success. So who is Sunshine PR? As mentioned, next slide. As mentioned earlier, I'm Sylvie and I founded Sunshine PR in 2018 after finding that there was a lack of representation for women in the leadership positions in the industry. I wanted to create a company that valued diversity, inclusion, and representation for women. To this day, women are still often paid less than their male counterparts and are far less likely to be promoted to leadership positions. I didn't want to be a girl boss, I just wanted to be the boss. So enter Sunshine PR. 2 years after I took the initial leap to start my own business, Sunshine PR is a female-owned and operated PR agency specialized in the lifestyle sector and has become one of the leaders in the field, offering integrated PR services to A-list clients. Here are just a few of them. So as an homage to the Beatles, here comes the sun. We are a force to be reckoned with. Sunshine PR's mission is simple. We want to help brands that we know and love thrive by executing compelling campaigns that we know will entice your target audiences. Now that you know a little bit more about our company, I'm going to pass the floor to another queen at Sunshine PR, our PR manager, Chelsea.
Thank you, Sylvie, for the intro. So as previously stated, my name is Chelsea and I'm the PR manager here at Sunshine PR. My job entails developing and implementing a PR and media strategy to build your company's reputation and ensure positive media coverage. At Sunshine PR, we actively utilize data and analytics as the framework of development with an equal attention to aesthetic details to please your target audience. Our next member needs no introduction, but I guess she'll give one, is our account coordinator, Sarah.
Thank you, Chelsea. My name is Sarah and I'm the account coordinator here at Sunshine PR. As the account coordinator, I'm responsible for maintaining positive relationships with our many well-established clients and ensuring the follow-through with our client key objectives. I keep track of all of our day-to-day administrations of marketing, advertising, and public relations. I'm consistently maintaining the quality of our agency and prospecting for future client relationships. I'm now going to pass the floor to the final member of Sunshine PR, our very talented social media coordinator, Kayla.
Thank you, Sarah, and hello, everyone. My name is Kayla, and my role at Sunshine PR is social media coordinator. Myself and the team are happy to assist you in boosting your reach and audience by creating socials that speak to your target demographics and represent your brand's core values and vision. From content planning to creation, we will work and create social pages to maximize and create platform success. So at Sunshine PR, we offer a range of services to assist you. This includes social media. Our social media team will help you maximize your brand's social platforms by offering services to help you boost engagement, as well as technical expertise to create content that speaks to your target demographic. Market research, our team is happy to offer reporting and updates regarding market trends and consumer consumption based on the needs of your brand. Event planning, we love to throw a great party. The team is always happy and eager to assist with various events, all the way from planning to execution. For whatever your purpose, store openings, product launches, or fundraisers, we are there every step of the way. And influencer marketing, we know social media can help you reach your platform, and we will help you get the right influencers. And PR and media relations are core aspects of the services we offer. Our team has developed a wonderful working relationships with journalists and media personnel in Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal that we'd be happy to utilize.
As we all know, the travel and tourism industry is typically booming. People are always looking to escape somewhere hot or adventure somewhere new. It's a good thing Sunwing Vacations is always on it. As one of the largest travel companies in North America, Sunwing has been helping Canadians create new memories since 2002. 22 million Canadians travel yearly, bringing business to Sunwing Vacations for decades. But in March 2020, the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a worldwide pandemic, taking the airline business by storm. With a 55% decline in Canadian travel, COVID-19 has caused major implications for Sunwing. This includes abrupt border closures, layoffs of 1,500 plus employees, and major customer dissatisfaction. These catastrophes warranted a $375 million loan from the large employer emergency financing facility. With commercial Southern flights already unavailable until further notice, COVID-19 has forced Sunwing to be the first Canadian airline to temporarily halt operations as of today, March 23rd. In a privately conducted survey, we found that 75% of people prefer all-inclusive. 81% of people won't travel right now, but 78% of people say when it is safe to do so, they will be booking a hot and tropical vacation. 90% of people preferred to fly with an airline with increased safety measures, and 96% of people preferred an airline who offers a point system. These statistics show us that there's a huge potential for Sunwing to be one of Canada's most thriving airlines post-pandemic. I'll pass it over to Chelsea to tell you why.
After gathering information, we were able to develop a well-rounded plan that is centered on connection and incentive for your long list of future travelers waiting for a post-COVID-19 world without rules and regulations on where they are capable of going. This led us to pitch Sunwing Social. Your company already has an application in place for a hassle-free travel experience. It is currently focused on in-flight content, vacation booking, details, and constant updates on flight and destinations, leading to you having a dormant app. We want to change that. This concept centers around a rebrand and a relaunch of your existing app. One element will be our Sunwinners mini games that allows the user to accumulate points that can later be used towards discounts on their trip. This can mean a free snack or drink, discounted flights, and more. The overall goal is to incentivize future travelers to have Sunwing be their first choice for their travel needs. It can be hard to maintain engagement with an audience that seeks out traveling when they are currently physically unable to do it. These games act as a way to bring the traveling to them. Another element added to the app are chat rooms. Here, customers are able to engage with one another about travel experiences, recommendations, destinations, and more. Travel is often a way for people who may never have met to connect with one another. Now more than ever, connection is important. A mutual interest in traveling can still bring people together. We still want Sunwing to assist in building those bonds. Who knows, maybe someone's future travel buddy awaits in a Sunwing social chat. The lack of physicality should not limit people from the experience and connection that traveling allows. Here, you are able to see what the new format of the app would be. The current layout is simplistic in nature with the heavy presence of orange. The new version will still maintain your standout bright orange branding, but with a more modern layout. With close to 4.5 stars on the App Store and Google Play, we know your customers utilize and enjoy the app. These updates will allow for the same continued services that travelers enjoy, but with elements that could be used without having your next trip planned. Gathering points and having conversation does not require a booking. This will have Sunwing maintaining positive relevance during these turbulent times. And then here you could sort of see a video of how it'll be from the user's perspective on the new app. Now, Sylvie will share more details on the campaign next.
Thanks, Chelsea. So for our spokespeople, we decided to go with French-Canadian TV personality and chef Anthony Porowski and Sunwing CEO Stephen Hunter. Not only does Anthony's Canadian heritage play a huge part in our favor, but he's also fluent in French, which helps us cater our campaign to the French-Canadian audience in Quebec. Anthony is also well known for his hit show, Queer Eye, and he is a beloved member of the LGBTQ+ community, which will help in promoting diversity, inclusion, and equity for Sunwing. He is also an avid traveler who has previously dished about his travel ventures and travel essentials. Plus, given his chef experience, he will be doing what he does best during our Sunwing social mixture that we'll talk about shortly. Overall, Anthony has an Instagram reach of over 4 million followers. His target age demographic generally falls within the 18 to 35 range. This partnership will have Anthony host our launch party and media briefing event, post about the partnership on his Instagram page, which will be a sponsored post, so it'll show up on the timelines of people within our demographic. And because of Anthony's positive reputation, it just makes him an ideal candidate to represent Sunwing. And we are positive that this splurge will be well worth it, resulting in app downloads, launch party attendees, and social media impressions. As for Stephen Hunter, who knows better than Sunwing CEO? After being properly media trained, Stephen will host our media briefing event alongside Anthony and will be available to answer media questions following the event. Our media briefing event will take place on July 12th. We believe this is an excellent opportunity to gain them some earned media coverage. Not only will we be pitching to 20 lifestyle and media journalists via email, but we'll also be inviting them to the inviting 50 of them to the launch party. And we'll be sending out a press release via Cision. These journals will also get the added incentive of a personal Q&A with the spokespeople, exclusive firsthand access to the app, and a $20 Uber Eats gift card sent to those who RSVP so they can enjoy lunch on us during the event. This will hopefully make for an exciting and newsworthy story for them, benefiting both parties.
For the event, the host will be Anthony Porowski and bartenders from the Secret Resort and Spa in Huatulco, Mexico. The host will lead attendees in a cocktail making seminar. There will also be a brief tour of the resort and Q&A with Porowski following the main event. This event will be an opportunity for reliable Sunwing travelers to remain engaged, but also a chance to get new viewership. As previously stated, Porowski has a reach of over 4 million people on his Instagram account. For an even broader reach, we are also planning on inviting 10 influencers to join the festivities. On screen, you can see the 10 influencers. Amongst these 10 is an overall reach of over 1 million people. Sending them PR packages allows for a shareable social media moment amongst their followers and brings more attention towards our event. Influencers are beneficial to expand brand awareness, increase share of voices, and reach a new targeted audience. All of these influencers are Canadian, focus on travel and lifestyle, and have been following rules and regulations in regards to COVID-19. Aligning this campaign with their positive reputations and trustworthy nature is going to push their audience, who are targeted demographic, to become engaged and participate because they have seen their favorite influencers do so. Here, you can see something similar to the PR kit that will be distributed amongst our influencers. Local restaurant El Carton Distilleria already produced drink kits for purchase. They have agreed to make Sunwing-centric ones for this event. Sent will be the ingredients to the 2 drinks on the menu for the event, margarita and sex on the beach. As well, there will be a Sunwing branded shaker and plane-shaped ice molds. These packages will make for the perfect picturesque moment. Also included will be a personalized invitation for the event, as seen on screen. These lovely ladies participating in this event will drive others to follow suit. After focusing heavily on utilizing influencers, we will also share how the public will be gaining awareness of the event. Through the Sunwing social media channels, there will be a post on the event. An item that we loved on the Sunwing website was the articles based around food and drink recipes from tropical locations. We want to transfer this over to your social platforms as well. As seen, we will share basic recipe cards that simply detail the ingredients but have no instructions. The viewers will be informed to attend the event and have their ingredients ready to follow along with the host at the Sunwing social mixer. We may not be able to go on vacation, but this will bring the vacation to them. Another social post will be one focused on Anthony's image. As he is a well-known figure, people may be more inclined to stop and engage to learn more about the event if they see a familiar face. Anthony's socials have constant growth and engagement. His imagery will definitely make people stop scrolling and make them inclined to attend the event. On screen, you can see the post on Instagram, but they will also be transferable onto your other popular platforms, such as Twitter and Facebook. We understand the full power that social media has, and that is why for this campaign, our social media focus does not stop there.
Thanks, Chelsea. So as Chelsea mentioned, social media is a huge part of the everyday lives of millions of people. That's why another tool that we'll be using to drive engagement to your social media channels and downloads for Sunwing Social is our Sunwing Social giveaway. We'll be giving away 500,000 Sunwinner points redeemable to a free week-long all-inclusive vacation at Secret Resort in Spa Huatulco, the same resort that's hosting our launch party. Hosted on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, this is not your regular social media contest. Unlike others that solely ask for a follow and a friend tag, our giveaway will be a photo contest that will ask followers to post a photo on how they're staycationing and staying social at home. This will be a fun opportunity for people to relive past Sunwing vacations and get creative with their photo submissions. We'll also be gaining social media impressions, increasing engagement, gaining followers, and garnering app downloads in the process. And because we're giving away points rather than the trip alone, followers will have to download the app in order to win. Given the current COVID-19 situation, we are going to ensure that it is clear that these points will only be redeemable once the government dictates it is safe to travel. We will be actively working alongside the Canadian government regulations to ensure that winners can travel safely once they're able to. Until then, they can continue playing Sunwinners and gaining points for even more goodies. So here are a few of our hashtags that we're going to be using for this campaign and a few examples of the Instagram posts, Instagram stories, and tweets that we'll be using for the giveaway. Each post will explain the rules and link to our terms and conditions that will dictate the COVID-19 policy. And now we're going to play a little video that's just an example of the post we'll be sharing.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Thank you. So next up, Sarah will be taking you through our recommendations for Sunwing to foster a more positive brand reputation following the campaign.
Return policies. With travel refunds and accommodations being highly requested during this time, Sunshine PR would like to encourage Sunwing to further develop their return policies. We believe a more empathetic approach to this could create an even playing field with competitors. Many Canadians are suffering financially, and we believe a clear, easy return policy would encourage customer loyalty and result in more future bookings. Advertising safety. Sunwing Vacation's social media pages have taken a clear step back from promoting safety. This is quite obvious, especially via Instagram, where the company's safety highlight has been pushed to the end. Based on our privately conducted survey, it's very clear that Canadians are more likely to travel with airlines who put a major emphasis on sanitation and safety. We believe bringing back the emphasis on this will result in more travel with Sunwing. CEO blogs. Sunshine recommends a CEO blog for consumers and stakeholders to be able to find the newest changes to travel and airline restrictions. We also recommend a separate CEO blog for employees to keep track of company changes and important dates. We believe that this creates a level of transparency between Sunwing and its stakeholders. A CEO blog is a great personal touch to display the company's dedication to keep everyone safe during this time. Social media. With social media use at an all-time high, it would be in Sunwing's best interest to start the use of hashtag Stay Safe with Sunwing in order to increase positive brand awareness by encouraging media engagement. Furthermore, we recommend to really utilize the social media world, such as TikToks, Instagram Reels, blogs, and more, to fulfill Sunwing's full social media potential. Now I'm going to pass it over to Chelsea to explain the timeline of events.
Thanks, Sarah. Okay, so for the timeline, we plan on starting the app changes as early as April 5th. App rebuilding and rebranding can be a time-consuming thing. Prior to any further moves, we need to ensure that it is user-friendly and has no complications. We have allocated roughly 3 months to the completion of your app changes. We have also set aside 10 days to translate the material and for trial runs to ensure the best product is shared with the public. The media press event that was discussed earlier is scheduled for July 12th. Here, media have early access to the app, can ask questions from the spokespeople, and receive materials for their content. The social media campaign starts the very next day. This would focus on announcing the event, the app, and Anthony being the host. The entire week is focused on the event. PR packages are mailed, the press release is shared, and the app launch takes place throughout the week, and Sunwing Social Mixer closes it out. Following the excitement of the event, the contest is announced on July 19th. For a month, socials will be focused on interacting and sharing contest posts. The contest ends August 28th, and the winner will be contacted for their prize. 5 months afterwards, success will be measured through media monitoring tools and a survey on customer satisfaction. Ongoing items include media monitoring and blog posts for employees and stakeholders to stay up to date on all things Sunwing.
Thanks, Chelsea. So now let's talk numbers. For clarity purposes, we simplified our budget for this presentation, but the more detailed budget can be found in your proposal. So we've sorted our budget into 4 different sections. Our app fees that include the app rebrand and translating to French and English, our social media ads, our media pitches, our press release, and our media briefing event. Our contest fees that include the Sunwing Social Giveaway Prize and the social media campaign. And our event fees that include the spokesperson fees, PR packages, media coaching, speech writing, and our live event, and others that include media monitoring, research costs, and paying Sunshine PR. Overall, we will be saving the remaining $5,079 for any emergencies that we may encounter. Although we don't expect any, it's good to be prepared. We are confident that in the way that we allocated the budget to have Sunwing's best interest in mind. So now that we've given you the tools that we've come up with to help Sunwing thrive, let's get into the time-bound objectives that we have for this campaign and how we will measure and ensure its success. So our first objective, increase brand recognition by 10% within 3 months of the app rebrand. We want Sunwing to become a household name, and we're confident that we can gain followers and customers for life with the added incentive of this fun and unique points program. Because of this, we're certain we can increase brand recognition by a substantial amount. 2, achieve 1 million media impressions across the social and traditional media outlets within the first 5 months of the rebrand. Because of our extensive and well thought out app, our social media campaign, our use of high reach influencers, the newsworthiness of our spokespeople, and our Sunwing social giveaway, we project that we will easily gain the milestone of 1 million media impressions within the first 5 months. 3, improve Sunwing's reputation by 5% measured by a satisfaction survey within 6 months of the launch. So we value customer feedback. That's why, along with the app's 24/7 live chat feature and the monitoring of app ratings, we've scheduled a satisfaction survey to go out to those with the app downloaded after 6 months of the launch. This will help us get measurable feedback to ensure we reach our goal of improving Sunwing's overall reputation by at least 5%. 4, garner 1 million app downloads within the first 5 months of the app launch, including 50,000 daily active players. We will be closely monitoring how many people have downloaded the app ratings on both the App Store and Google Play, and daily players we achieve on our Sunringer game. We are hopeful that we can achieve these numbers through our campaign and our diligent efforts. And lastly, attract 10,000 attendees to the Sunwing Social Mixer hosted by Anthony Porofsky. We hope to attract 10,000 attendees to the Sunwing Social Mixer by having people register beforehand. This will help us manage flow and keep track of numbers. Finally, our numbers would mean nothing without measurable proof. Sarah will be taking you through how we're going to be evaluating our objectives and measuring our success for the campaign.
We will measure the success of this through platforms such as Meltwater, a software designed to monitor and measure the success of social media and engagement. We will also be using Hootsuite, designed to integrate social media platforms to assist in overall project management and insight. Sunshine PR will also utilize MRP, Canada's new standard for media coverage, measurement, and evaluation of media relations campaigns. We will conclude all of these analytics with a survey to provide further feedback and insight to the success of our campaign. At Sunshine PR, we're consistently measuring and monitoring the success of our projects and ensuring high quality work as a result. Now I'm going to pass it over to Kayla to answer some of your most highly anticipated questions.
So we're sure that you have some questions roaming through your mind, and that's why we've compiled a short list of likely media questions that we might receive and how we are equipped to answer them. So first, how will the app work with the new point and reward system? The mini games within the Sunwing app have been designed so that users can earn Sun Winner points to redeem for prizes with Sunwing vacations. These prizes include discounts on flights, room upgrades, excursions, food and beverages, and more. Users save up as many points as you can for the upgrade that suits your wants and needs for your upcoming vacation. The goal with these mini games was to design a fun way for people to get excited about planning their vacation in the future. 2, what will happen if someone wants to redeem their points during the COVID-19 situation? Sunwing prioritizes customer safety, and we will make it clear within the terms and conditions that points are only redeemable once the government dictates that passengers are able to fly safely. We will continue to monitor the COVID-19 pandemic and keep our quick links page updated and frequently inform. And keep our customers informed. Until then, we are emphasized that points do not expire, and the more points you rack up, the better the prizes. And lastly, are you worried about receiving any negative press regarding the encouragement of travel during a global pandemic? So we want to be clear that Sunwing is not encouraging travel at this time. We would like to highlight the excitement of booking a vacation. We encourage guests to plan vacations, but emphasize the importance of keeping safe now so we can travel later. We want to help you execute the best vacation for your value while also ensuring customer safety. We encourage customers to save up their points for the best prizes. And additionally, with the launch of Sunwing Social, users will have the opportunity to make lasting friendships and travel buddies with the online messaging forum, and that is monitored 24/7, equipped with a live chat feature.
Thanks, Kayla. And that's all she wrote. Thank you so much for listening, and we look forward to hopefully working alongside you to fulfill this exciting campaign. Now we'd like to open the floor to any questions that you may have.
Yes, thank you. And first and foremost, that was excellent, very creative presentation. It looks great. Clearly someone on your team has phenomenal Photoshop skills. So props to you for that. That's amazing. So yeah, we're just kind of collecting a few questions that we have. One thing, I think you addressed a few of them at the end there, so that's fantastic, including the breakdown around how the app works. Can you just clarify on that piece specifically? or more specifically with reward points rather, is there a cap on the amount of reward points somebody can accumulate in any given year? I know you said they don't expire, but is there a cap or they just kind of roll over?
Yeah, that's a great question. At the moment, we don't have like any cap on the thing just because it's a daily game that you have to play. So the chances of you gaining more and more, it would be like over time. So we don't have any current cap. It's not like you could really have that many points in like 1 year, for example. But if like, depending how the game goes in the first like 6 months, as we said, we're evaluating success after 6 months, then we will obviously reconvene and see if maybe we can put a cap on the points for a given year. But right now, the points do not expire, especially given the current COVID-19 situation. We don't want people to feel pressured to use their points like up as fast as possible. We want to emphasize like the more you rack up, the better. So I don't know if anybody wants to add on to that.
No, that's great.
Thank you.
No, you answered that well. So going back to the chat rooms, can you explain a little bit more your thinking, the rationale for using these chat rooms? What is the ultimate benefit for a company like Sunwing to have that?
For sure. I don't know if Chelsea, do you want to go start off with that and I can add on?
Sure, I could start. Okay, so chat rooms, they're just great to sort of center a community during a time like a pandemic, sort of having connection between people who are very travel focused at a time when they can't travel is more the premise for them. But of course, having a place where someone could see where their customers are interested in going in the future, their thoughts on the company, having that all in one universal place will be beneficial for Sunwing to even better their services in the future and having an awareness on what customers want and need. So it's beneficial for connection, but also beneficial for the company overall to see what the thought process between people and their reputation from a customer perspective is. Sylvie, I'm not sure if you want to add on to that.
We really took inspiration from an app called Reddit. It's somewhere that people can go and just like chat with each other and find like interest. I know a lot of people in like the travel community, it's definitely hard being in a pandemic and not being able to travel. I know I personally miss traveling so much, miss traveling with Sunwing so much, but we just wanted to make it clear, like you could still be social, you could still have fun, even though you're at home, you could still meet new people, you could still make plans for a future getaway with your friends that you just made. I know a lot of people who travel alone. It could be tough to make friends right now because you're staying home, but when you have that option to have a social platform where you can make friends and build that connection with people who already have the same interests as you is really beneficial.
Yeah, sounds good. One thing we have noticed just in the midst of the pandemic, there's been a lot of what we call travel bashing happening. So
yeah,
we see just a lot of negative commentary, I would say, from former customers, current customers, just and the media, the public overall, just kind of trashing the industry and Sunwing and all of our competitors as much as possible. So that's where that question came from. We just see, you know, potential risks with something like that. But again, I do like the engagement aspect that you've kind of thought through there and getting people talking about vacation experiences. So there's something really nice and creative about it. But again, from a risk mitigation factor, there could be some considerations there for sure. Okay, so we have a few more questions for you. Let's see here. I know you mentioned one of the secrets properties for the event. Why choose that particular resort versus something, obviously Sunwing and Blue Diamond Resorts, we have a number of different properties, predominantly our Royalton and Planet Hollywood properties. So why not choose one of those? Why secrets?
We chose secrets because after doing some research, we saw a few Sunwing articles that one of them was the best restaurants to get like the best view. And we chose secrets because we thought it would be a fun opportunity to, like, for the social mixer to have a tour of like the resort and have a really nice view in the background just to get people excited and build anticipation. So after seeing that article and just like doing research on like some of the nice properties, that's why we chose it. But alternatively, that could be a different option if we wanted to continue it. We could continue and do different events in the future, but for this one we decided to go with secrets just for the restaurant focus.
Yeah, restaurants definitely great. One thing you may have noticed, just a flag. We're actually not flying there right now. I think we have that, may have that information up on our website, but definitely like the location itself is phenomenal, as you mentioned, and the restaurants are great. So yeah, good thinking there. Couple more questions. I noticed a plan, or we were talking about it, the team is very much focused on social media, tapping into influencers to engage people through social. Why go that route, and why less of an emphasis on more traditional PR or media relations for this COVID response plan?
I can take that if you guys want to add on to it after. I think that right now everybody is staying at home right now, and social media use is really at an all-time high. I think people's screen times have skyrocketed during this time as well. So I think the plan with that was that's where there's a lot of activity right now, and we really also wanted to target this to young people through our influencers, which are all very heavy on social media as well. It's not only targeted towards young people, but we do know that there's a significant amount of young people who love Sunwing all-inclusive vacations and who follow a lot of these influencers. And a lot of those people are very active on social media at the moment. So we thought that this would be the best way to reach them. I'm not sure if anyone else wants to add on.
I'd love to add
actually-
on. Oh, you go
Oh,
first.
Okay, I'll go. Another thing is we recognize your engagement rate during this time has strongly increased. Bringing more people utilizing influencers and Anthony Porowski, who has a really big social media following. After our campaign is complete, that will just also help in your engagement rate via your social medias to continue to grow. So it's going to bring more of that viewership to Sunwing directly. So even after this campaign, you're going to have a lot of customers whose eyes are ready on Sunwing and ready to take the next flight when they're finally able to do so.
Yeah, definitely. And just to add on, we do focus on like the 10 influencers for the event that will be posting about the event. And Anthony Porowski, as Chelsea mentioned, he has a great engagement rate as well. So we think it'll really bring a lot of traction to Sunwing. His current engagement rate is 4.46, which is really good for like an influencer. And alongside that, we're also going to be pitching to 20 lifestyle and travel journalists for the media briefing event, hopefully to get some earned media coverage. And we're going to be focusing on 50 of them and choosing them to come in and get an exclusive firsthand access and just have a nice, cool, different opportunity to write a story.
Very nice. And did you give any particular thought to maybe leveraging some more business journalists in addition to, I know the emphasis is certainly more on the lifestyle side of things, and given your company credentials at the beginning of the presentation, certainly more of a lifestyle bent versus maybe more traditional business focused or dealing with business media. We found that through the pandemic, there is an opportunity to help shape general public perception about our company through some targeted interview opportunities with more traditional business media as well. So did you give some thought to potentially weaving them into the plan as well?
Yeah, definitely. We have a list of journalists. Just some of them could be like from Now Toronto and Vice, Blog.to, Vacay.ca. I know we have a few from like Montreal Blog, but traditional media, obviously like CBC is also integrated into the list.
Wonderful.
Yeah, definitely. And that's why we decided to go with one of the spokespersons as our Sunwing CEO, just because he has the credibility to answer these questions, obviously more than, for example, Anthony Porowski would know.
Perfect. Yeah. And on that note, I like kind of the balance between, you know, someone who can maybe reach some of that younger demographic, as we can see, obviously, with someone like Anthony, versus someone who's the voice of the company, being the CEO, Stephen Hunter. That's great. Some would say it's maybe a little bit of a risky move to involve a chef. So somebody not really specifically tied inherently to the travel industry, someone like Anthony. Obviously, he's an avid traveler himself, so that's great. But what really persuaded you to select him as kind of that lead spokesperson for this particular campaign versus someone who has more inherent ties to the travel industry?
Definitely. I can take this one if you guys are cool with that. We decided to go with Anthony just because his brand image is very positive. We didn't want to go with someone who, for example, is traveling right now. We know influencers like Dominique Baker have recently been under the spotlight negatively for traveling, and that's something that we didn't want to promote. We wanted to promote somebody who does travel. He's posted videos, I think with GQ, talking about all his things that he used for travel. And because he has like, obviously he can't travel right now, but he still posts about like throwback pictures. We thought it would be a good opportunity, and his reach of over 4 million, and he gets around 200,000 likes on average. So we thought it would be a good opportunity to remind people to stay social and like engage with us. And since he's such a large figure, we thought he would be a good choice other than like people who may be traveling right now, for example.
No, thanks for that. Now, you talked a little bit about being more empathetic with our refund and cancellation policy. Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so I'll take this one, and obviously if you guys want to add on as well. So I think just during this time, it's just been very difficult for Canadians financially. I think we all know somebody who has been in a tough spot. And I just think that if we create a very seamless experience for customers during that process when they need a full refund, I just think if we make that very easy for them, that's going to promise future bookings, and that if we don't make it unpleasant, that they're going to be guaranteed to come back and book with Sunwing and put that money right back into us, as opposed to making it a difficult process for them. I know that there's been a lot of talk on Reddit and a lot of people who have been dissatisfied, not just with Sunwing, with a lot of the competitors. There's a lot of bashing going on about refunds and things like that publicly. And I think we just wanted to try to be the company that made it as simple and easy for them. That way they will come back to book with Sunwing. And does anyone want to add on?
For sure. Just to add on to what she's saying, like, we thought it would be important to update the policy and just make it like easier for people to chat with, for example, a Sunwing employee, and hopefully come to a solution that works for both parties, whatever that may be. And just in addition, a lot of people I know in our survey that we conducted were saying how it was kind of difficult for them to think about traveling with Sunwing again when they know they might not get a refund if they do. So we just wanted to be mindful of that a lot of people are struggling right now. And although it might not be possible to give full refunds all the time, we just want to make it like an easier and more seamless experience for them.
So we do also know that Sunwing is offering in circumstances, specific circumstances, not a full refund, but like a credit with Sunwing. So with that, we were essentially encouraging to have that full refund, just because, again, in light of all of the financial situations going around in Canada right now, we were hoping that is what customers would appreciate. They want to get their money back. And we do think that when they get that money back, if we give them that money back, that they will come and put it back to Sunwing.
Yeah, that's great. And very last question, you talked about your independent survey that you ran. Are there any more specifics you can provide on that? Was that something that was across Canada? Did it target specific regions?
Yeah.
Was the sample size, male, female split, any of those details?
For sure. Our survey was done with 35 participants, and it was participants within the 18 to 35 range. And the percentages, I think Sarah can chat about them a little bit more, but we just wanted to do a small like sample size of our target demographic just to see what like they were saying in regards to Sunwing, in regards to traveling during the pandemic, to see if a point system would be something that somebody our age or somebody in our target demographic would even be interested in. I don't know. Sarah wants
to. So that was definitely our biggest feedback. Two of our biggest highest percentages were people wanting to travel with companies who offer points and reward systems, so that obviously that can make travel costly for them. In addition to that, we also noticed that it's really big they wanted to travel with companies who are really going to emphasize on sanitation and keeping them safe during this time. That was a 96%, like almost every person that answered the survey was very big on that. And then in terms of that, I know we brought up how on social media it's not being advertised as much. So that was definitely something that we wanted to see if people were picking up on. So definitely the sanitation was a huge one. They want to know that when they fly, they're going to be safe, everything is going to be clean, and they're not going to have to worry about COVID. So obviously they're still going to have to worry about COVID, but they want to know that when they fly with Sunwing, that Sunwing is going to do everything in their power to keep them safe. So does anyone want to add on?